Welcome back to Believe in Your Fairy Tale to make your Zing come true. Showing you how to make your own fairy tale come true or how to make the fairy tales of others come true. Now back to your hosts, Debbie Glickman and Dhana Cohen.
We are back. We'd love a TV show. Maybe the OWN network will pick us up. You never know. We'd have fun doing that, wouldn't we?
Call Oprah.
Absolutely.
We're ready.
Yeah, let's call Oprah. Let's just call her on up. Yeah, call her on up. All right, well, we are here with Nancy Rodkin Rotering, like motoring. Rotering like motoring. You know, I just know her as Nancy Rodkin because we grew up together. So she's running for mayor in the city of Highland Park. And Deanna and I wanted to know kind of what are the things that you have planned and visioned for our little community here.
You mean aside from Pizza Day for lunch every Friday?
Oh,
Isn't that what we used to run on for city
for
school council?
Did you run for student council in high school?
I was on the student council in high school. I was.
Model UN?
No, I don't think they had Model UN. I was back when dinosaurs were roaming the earth.
No.
I don't know if they'd even invented
I don't know.
UN
When did you
point.
graduate?
Oh, Dad, don't ask.
Oh, God.
79.
Well, so you're not that much older than I am.
Right.
I mean, you know, not that much older.
And it doesn't matter once you hit 40, does it?
It doesn't, for sure. And you know what? I think that these are the best years of our lives.
I'm having a ball.
Sure.
I am having a ball.
Absolutely. So tell us, what kinds of things are you envisioning putting into place?
Making a difference, right?
Really, the thing I look forward to the most is working with the other government units to do more responsive work towards the residents. And what I mean is, the school boards, the park district, the township, and even working with the county and the state. We're all at this point where we're so squeezed with our resources, where we just don't have enough to do everything. And our good old state of Illinois is really in dire straits, so there's less money coming from the state to help different programs. So I would love to just sort of set up a way to sit down with these different groups and look at what our plans are, look at what we need to do right now, look at what we want to do over the next 5 years, and just coordinate our efforts and just be more responsive to our residents. We have a referendum coming up for our high school, but our lower level schools also need money. And I'm worried that people are going to get confused and say, well, we just gave money to the schools. Why are we going to be asked for more money for the schools? I would love to see more just collaboration, more conversation. There just seem to be at the moment sort of these little fiefdoms, and we're all here to serve the same people.
Right.
So I would love to really put that into play, whether it's through quarterly meetings. I am a member of Rotary, and so I get to see the people who are running the schools every week at lunch and have good relationships with them. So it's not such a big deal to say I'm sitting down with the school superintendent to talk about X, Y, and Z, but rather I'm having lunch with David on Monday and I'm going to mention X, Y, and Z to him.
You seem very approachable. I mean, there's a lot of people that go into politics that, are holier than thou.
Oh,
and you're sitting here at Debbie's kitchen counter. I mean,
I'm a mom of 4 boys.
Right.
There's a minivan that's got, Cheerios mashed into the seat. There's no holier than thou.
But I think that's what makes you appealing is that you are us.
Right.
And
not in the Christine McDonald way.
Exactly. But the same things that matter to you matter to the families of Highland Park is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And, the schools, obviously, we're all interested in making our schools as good as they can be. They're terrific now, and hopefully they can just continue to get better and better with our curriculum and our newer superintendent.
Right.
What do you think of David Balo?
He's a hoot. We have a good time. Yeah.
I've never met him personally.
Oh, he is phenomenal.
He's very communicative, which I really like.
Job.
Yeah, he really does do a great job.
My number 3 boy interviewed him for the school paper.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
he's originally from Wisconsin. So when the final product was done, Andy brought him a copy. He was on the front page, and he gave Andy a pencil with a little cheddar head eraser on the top, and Andy gave him one with a little corn eraser on the top.
That's so cute.
So it was like a meeting of the nations,
It's like the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears.
Exactly.
Right?
And he is a huge Packers fan. So, he's talk about approachable.
Right. Yeah.
And somebody who really wants to do what's best for our community. He's great.
That's great. And, I also wanted to touch on, your ability to run your campaign in such a positive way. You see in politics, the norm has become, unfortunately, to negatively trash the other candidates and do things to them that may not be so nice.
Right.
And I think it is so commendable that you run your campaign with such high integrity and just like a lady. I mean, there's no other way.
My mother raised me right.
Right, and there's no other way to say that because, and you were telling us a little bit about your philosophy on positive campaigning and talking about issues rather than focusing on what the other candidates may or may not be doing.
Right. Well, and I think at the end of the day, this is really, it's sort of like when you have a baby, you focus on the day you're going to have the baby, and then you have to take the baby home, and you haven't even thought about taking the baby home.
Right.
I'm thinking about taking the baby home. After Election Day, we're all still in the same community. We're all still trying to do the same thing. And so to have a negative campaign is really, to me, sort of a short-term approach to things. It doesn't benefit anybody if you take a win-at-any-cost approach to running a campaign. Mm-hmm. What I want to do and what I've wanted to do from the start is talk about the issues, because there are plenty of issues facing all of us right now. My opponent and I have made different votes on different issues, and we can talk about our philosophies, why she voted one way, why I voted the other way. And to me, that serves the community. To disparage other people, I think we all have enough stress in our lives. It's not fun. Nobody really, I think, is swayed by it. I think they're turned off by it.
Right.
And so our approach has been, here are the issues, here are the differences in an objective way, here's how we voted or voted differently, and here's where we want to go, and just leave it at that.
And I think it is good that you both are different, because there is a straight difference between the two of you, and I think that that makes it easier for somebody to vote in the direction that they would like to see the town go. Or
you know what's pretty spectacular too, Nancy? I was reading up on you with your incredible educational background from Stanford to going to MBA at Northwestern and then getting your law degree at University of Chicago. I mean, to even have that in her back pocket is really amazing.
Thanks to the Highland Park Public School System.
That's true. It just goes to show you that,
yes,
it does. You get out of it what you put into it, right?
Right.
And
I'm a nerd. What can I say?
No. I mean, I think that
I think it was the whole synchronized swimming in the high school that really got me on the road.
I didn't realize that you were a penguin. I tried out for penguins and I didn't make it.
I couldn't really float, but I could swim.
Oh God, it's so funny. I used to love to do synchronized swimming too. And then once I didn't make the penguins, I didn't want to get into that pool at all.
I can understand.
Yes.
And that's the same pool that they're talking about for this referendum.
It's the same. They've never redone it since we've been in school.
No.
Oh, it's time.
I think
it is time for sure. But that was fun. I mean, I used to love to go watch the shows there. It was really fun.
It was like the high, social thing to do.
Isn't that interesting? We didn't even have it.
Oh, God, there's some great programs at Highland Park High School. I mean, Focus on the Arts is one that is...
Oh, you guys have an incredible art.
It is unbelievable. But
and it's coming up in a few weeks again.
Yeah.
And it's open to the public.
It's open to the public, and they get all of these wonderful people who are, they excel in their field, whether it be newscasters or theater filmmakers. And Gary Sinise always comes back. And music, right.
Visual arts. It's really phenomenal. I'm a volunteer this year. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's great.
I still remember my focus when I was there.
I do too.
1,000 years ago.
Absolutely. I remember Carol Maureen coming and Deborah Norville, who was in Chicago at the time. She came to speak. I wanted to be a newscaster.
Right.
I went to the University of Kansas and majored in journalism until I found out that I was going to be living in some podunk little town making $3 an hour, and then I decided to change to advertising. But that experience made me want to be in broadcast journalism. Well, I guess I kind of am. I'm on the radio, right? Here we are.
You never do.
Are your kids interested in politics at all?
I think they're just getting sort of into it. Charlie was my oldest, was very involved with the Obama campaign. He went with me to the rally in Grant Park when he won. And I took Andy and Jack, my 2 and 3, to Washington for the inauguration, and Charlie was there as well.
I have the goosebumps.
So,
yeah. And it was such a cold
And it was
day.
really cold, so everyone had goosebumps. But it was really phenomenal. I mean, they
once
just
in
to
a
be
lifetime
there.
experience.
Right. So it was tremendous. So yeah, they're interested in it, and they're interested nationally. I think probably a little more than locally. But we've got yard signs taking over my house. My headquarters is in my dining room, so
that's great.
It's all in at the moment.
That's the way it should be, because your kids do see your effort, by having it right at home. And I think that's really talk about making your dreams come true and bringing your kids along for the ride. I mean, Debbie and I talk about that all the time with our business. It's like Debbie's kids are packing boxes for Fairy Tale Wishes. My kids are, center stage in my video reviews. So
you've got my kids in some of your video reviews too, which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
But I think it's important because I think then it teaches the kids that they have a voice.
Right.
And that it's not just, somebody else making the decisions, but having a sense of, how do you find a problem? How do you look at alternatives? How do you analyze potential solutions? And then how do you lobby the people who can make the difference or become the person who can make the difference?
They start them in government in 5th grade here in Highland Park, which is great. My daughter's going through it right now, and she just loves it. She absolutely loves it. She's had a great time being in government and bringing in her dues and, doing the problems and trying to figure out solutions, and it's been really great.
It's important.
So we know that this show goes so fast.
Always.
If there's some advice that you would give to somebody out there listening who wanted to get involved,
what would it be?
What would it be?
Do it. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. No matter how difficult things seem or look to be on the surface, there is somebody who can benefit from your voice, and it's so important for all of us, I think, particularly as women, to feel that we're empowered, that we can get out there, we can make a difference. Don't hesitate. There are all kinds of books, all kinds of websites. Give us a call.
Fabulous. Well, we wish you the best of luck.
This has been so much fun.
Mayor Rotering.
Thanks.
I'm telling you, you've got all of our votes. So we wish you the best of luck in April. Everybody go out and vote.
April 5th, Election Day.
Thanks for being.
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? How the music can free her whenever it starts, and it's magic.